All right, there we are. All right, folks, we are live. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Attacking Third. We got Gus back in the house, and
Let's go.
hey, we're on top now. Legit top. Ain't no
Love it.
stop. So yeah, just dive right into it, man. Union
I gotta
welcomed
tell you, listen,
Orlando.
I was there last week. All right. I was there on Saturday. Let me tell you, bro, it's getting better every single home match. It's just getting bigger and better. The atmosphere, the players, we're playing with so much confidence that it's just showing. Like
Yeah,
I got friends that never even look at soccer coming over and to the game and having fun, duping with the rest of with the rest of the stadium. It's been just absolutely great. Orlando gave us some issues early, but then we just completely took over. We came with the second half. We completely took over.
yeah.
I don't know what was said by Curtin in the second half. We definitely tightened up the middle a little bit. Um, and we just straight up just smacked them.
Yeah, we really brought it to him in that one. It's just the fact that it's just the offense doing what it's been doing for the past month and some change now. Just going out there and just abusing every team defensively, and just not
Yeah,
giving them a chance. Just basically putting a stranglehold on them from the second either the match starts or the second half begins, and just never letting them have a real shot.
and the beautiful thing that it's not just one person. Like it's
Yeah,
everyone. It's everybody. Everybody's working together. They're getting the goals. Like Gazdak scored again. That's 5 games in a row. Another record. Like it's
yeah,
just it's been so good.
yeah, and getting Kai Wagner to tie the MLS record for most goals in a season by a defender with what 15
Most
now.
assists.
Yeah,
Most assists.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did I
yeah.
say goals
That
on accident?
you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why, but that's I will take that from my left back all day long. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, can't beat that.
That's
And
awesome.
I feel like that's what gives us an advantage going through the playoffs is having that kind
Yeah,
of capability from a wingback like that in Kai Wagner, and even some of the service that you're getting from Harriel and Iso on the other side is still really
that
solid,
Beisel goal. That
dude.
Beisel goal was hilarious.
It wound up
That's
being
awesome.
ruled an own. It wound up being ruled an own goal,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well,
But we
that
even,
was right. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
it hit right off of him.
yeah. But I mean, we even got Jack Elliott's second of the year in this match, which was really
Love it,
cool.
dude. He should have more. The dude's like 6'8". Like
Yeah,
he
right.
should have way more.
The man's a
I don't
giant. I don't
understand
understand
what he
how he doesn't
does.
have more.
You just gotta get him. You gotta get him a little open. Listen, when you can get Ale scoring, you're beating somebody's ass.
Yeah. Like that's really the point that it's getting to. Like we're just putting every single team to task and just stepping in, stomping on them, and walking off.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to see, man. It's just been awesome. I love the fact that soccer is getting at least some kind of recognition
Yeah,
around Philly, just because it's not like it's not one of the main focus when it comes to sports, but it should be, man. Like we're really kicking some ass out there. It's been really good.
yeah. It's been incredible. Uh, just the pace that we've been playing at. Uh, just throughout this whole season, even now, especially now, just how the whole team's been flowing and the way everything's been moving, and just how we're able to just keep pressure on these teams and be able to get wins like you've been seeing the 5-1s, the 4-1s, the 6-0s. Like,
Yeah, because they're not close wins.
yeah, they're nowhere near close, which is the best part. It's just the fact that they've just been walking through every single team and just being able to just not give a crap about who they're playing against at all.
Now the competition is going to start to get a little tougher, as the weeks go by, as you
Oh
know.
yeah,
Um, I think we have that friendly against Pachuca coming up soon, don't we?
Next week, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
So it's yeah.
Saturday's
I mean, it's
Atlanta. In Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah, that's an early game too. It's a 3 o'clock game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to keep going. We have to make sure that we keep the momentum going. That's the kind of team we are. Like we can't rely on one single player. We have got to make sure that we keep the momentum on our side, and then we can roll. We have the shield is in our sights, and we're very close, and it's up to us whether we want it or not. Honestly,
Yeah, which actually sort of brings me into the sort of, I guess you could call it, the mid topic that I kind of wanted to talk about after talking about the game is the Supporter Shield watch. With that win and a loss from LAFC, we now hold the top spot overall. And with what, Atlanta, not counting the Pachuca match, it's going to be Atlanta, Charlotte, and Toronto to round out the year for us. And
yeah,
then
we win 2 of them, and I think we're
and
good.
it puts LA in a really rough spot because they
Yeah,
have
they have to win every single one
Houston,
of them.
who they lost to at the end of August, Portland, and Nashville.
Yeah, they have to win
For,
every single one.
yeah, for their final ones. They tied Minnesota on Tuesday, so that only
Love
gave
it.
them 1 point. And then
Love it.
playing
And that
against
was
Houston's the lowest seeded team they have to play against at 13. And then Portland is 6, Nashville is 4. So
it's really up to us. Like it
it
really
really
is.
is.
Like
Yeah.
at this point, it's up to us to just to get it going. And speaking about the Shield, you and I spoke about this earlier today. Um, the importance of the Shield
Yes.
versus the MLS Cup. And you told me how you felt, and it's awesome. Like to me, the Shield is more important. Like
Yeah.
to me, I've been watching soccer for a long time,
Yeah.
watching leagues around the world
Of
play
course.
at a play at a high level. How do you win these leagues? You have the most points. That's
Exactly.
how you win these leagues. The
Yeah.
only reason that we have playoffs here, the only reason the MLS Cup even exists,
It's because we
which
had to
should be given
Americanize
to
it in
the
some way,
which
shape, or form.
it's because we
Yeah.
had to have a playoff system,
Exactly.
and that's fine. I love me a good old playoff system, but that's not soccer.
Yeah,
So
the way they used to do it was fun. It was a home and home series, and it was based off of road goal aggregate, just like everywhere else when it comes to tournament play of any sort.
yeah,
And
and to me,
once they eliminated that, it just felt kind of it just felt too, I don't know. I can't even think of the word that I want to use, but it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like almost like, hey, you did great this season. Here's a prize, but you got to come do this.
Yeah,
That's not it. And I may be like I am 100% in the minority here when it comes to that stuff. I just every single other league does it like this.
yeah.
So why not us? Just because it's not attractive to what we're used to here?
I mean, that's what
No,
it seems
that's
like.
not how it works. Well, no, that's exactly why it
That's what it
is.
seems. Yeah, it's what it is, and that's, I feel like that's kind of the bad thing because like I had said to you earlier, like they're both definitely important. Both of them are the Supporter Shield because of the fact that everywhere else that means that you won the league, you're technically the champion. But more for the fact that we all, like, this team is playing like it's the best team in the league, so getting the Supporter Shield would sort of essentially solidify that statement, and then being able to tear through everyone again in the playoffs and win MLS Cup would be the punctuation on that statement. Like, I feel like it would just be the perfect way to cap off the effort that you've put in so far this whole year and what it's come to at this point. MLS Cup is the only way to go now. Like, I feel like you said, if we win 2 out of these 3, Shield's locked up because like LA's going to have a tough time. They're probably going to end up pulling at least 1 draw. So they would have to,
Yeah, yeah,
at best, win out. And even still, they would, because if we win these 3 and they win their 3, they're still 3 points behind at this point, or 2
yeah.
points because they got that draw.
And
Still at 1.
that's why to me is more important because the future's in your hands. Like you control this now. Like
Yeah,
this is it. And if they made it so that the MLS, first of all, the winner of the season should have a cup, not a supporter
yeah,
shield. They should have a cup, the
yep,
MLS Cup, if anything. And then the playoffs can be another championship.
Yeah,
Like England has the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we had the U.S. Open, but they play B teams in the U.S. Open. They don't care
yeah,
about that.
the
If you
Open
make
Cup
it
is a lot of
another,
second league teams as well.
yeah, if you make it another cup, then I'll listen. Like I understand, but don't make it the MLS Cup because then you belittle everything you did throughout the season. I
Exactly.
don't like that at all.
Yeah,
I think that the MLS Cup should go to the winner of the league, which in right now is sitting at the Philadelphia Union, and then you can have the playoffs, but make it another cup. That's not the MLS Cup.
yeah. It's just like we had said. It's just the Americanizing of the sport here to make it more viable for fandom, and
Yeah, and I
like,
understand. Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
Like, don't
yeah,
don't don't.
and
I understand why it's done this way.
I
I just
100%
don't
agree
think
with what you're
it's
saying.
right.
Just use the playoff system as a whole other side tournament that you could probably do like throughout the year aside from the US
Yeah,
Open
man.
Cup and stuff, where like you basically take like the top 8 teams from the previous season and have them play like a specific like cup style tournament throughout the season like you already do. And basically create your own like in-country Champions League in a way,
Yeah,
shape in like some sort of a way.
nobody cares about the U.S. Open Cup. I mean, Orlando won
It's
it. We
about
just beat Orlando five
it's
nothing.
about yeah, it's about the CONCACAF Champions League for this side of the whole globe.
I just think there's a better way to do this,
Hmm.
other than because that's exactly what you're doing. You're kind of putting the season champion like in the back burner. Like, yeah, good job, but you haven't won the playoffs yet.
Yeah,
That's not soccer.
it makes the winning of the league feel less important.
Yeah, and it really does. Especially it's because you're calling it a supporter shield. It's not a cup. It's not like the season winner. Nothing like that. You're calling it a shield. What the hell's a shield? What am I, Captain America? No.
I
The
mean,
hell am I doing with shield?
we did make the one that we wound up lifting at the end of 2020. And I feel
Yeah,
like
and
that's
that's
another
awesome.
thing to
But
sort of
like
gauge where this team has gone just in the last 3 years, in the last three seasons.
to me, they won that season. They won that championship,
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
then
like
we
I feel
lose it
like
because of COVID. It's a bunch of bull
yeah,
crap.
yeah, it it's just rough. But like it's
It's
one of
just
those. Good,
it's not right.
yeah, it's really not.
It's not right.
Not at all.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, but like even like having like an all-star game in the middle of the season, like against some other team that's in the middle of their league play, kind of feels wrong for what
Well,
we do.
they're in their off season.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are in off season
Yeah,
at that point. Yeah,
we're the only ones that play. Well, not the only ones, but we're ones that play um in the summer.
yeah. Which I still don't get that either. Why predominantly a summer league? I
Well,
mean, I
most
feel like
a lot of
it's the best time to draw crowds. I feel is kind of the
a lot
main
of the
thing with that.
team a lot of the teams that we have are in really cold places.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I don't think you can play that ball. Can you imagine doing a header when it's negative 15 wind
I
chill?
mean, it would be a different colored ball, which would be cool. See
Not
them use an
only
orange
that, your
ball.
head will explode. Dude.
Oh
That
yeah,
ball would be so hard, dude. Nah,
everyone has to wear
I don't
those
think it would
old
work.
goalie helmets.
That'd be a fun thing to
It would
watch, I guess.
it would definitely be fun. Um, I did want to take a minute. I forgot to bring it up, so I just have to grab it really quick. Um, U.S. men's. Just take a quick little aside because I do want to start sort of introducing a little segment talking about the national team with World Cup coming up and everything. The
Absolutely.
men's national team released their roster for the World Cup, or no, for
Hmm.
friendlies before the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the pre-World Cup friendlies. Um, there were a few people that were left off, and I'm trying to just find the list. And for some reason, the first thing that
Musa
comes
was
up is
called on, right?
yeah. Um, the keepers that we have are Matt Turner, Sean Johnson, and Evan Horvath.
Hey,
Defenders are
I'm
Walker.
sorry, but
God,
Matt Turner stinks.
yeah, he's really not great. He's really not. Um, the defenders that we have are Walker Zimmerman, DeAndre Yedlin, Sam Vines, Joe Scally, Chris Richards, Aaron Long, Serginho Dest, Cameron Carter Vickers, and Reggie Cannon.
Okay.
Midfield is Mark Tillman, Yunus Musa, like you had said, was a surprise ad for most people. Weston McKinney, Luca De La Torre, Tyler Adams, and Kellen Acosta. And the forwards, Josh Sargent, Gio Reyna, Christian Pulisic, Ricardo Pepi, Jordan Morris, Jesus Ferreira, Paul Ariola, and Brendan Aronson. So we got yes, Pulisic is in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, him, Ricardo Pepi, Josh Sargent, Brendan Aronson, among others.
Sargent's. I get why Sargent was called up. He's actually been doing really well.
He has been doing really, really well.
I get where he's called up. There's a couple. It surprises me, but then at the same time, they're just friendly, so we're not sure if this is going to be the actual.
I can almost guarantee that it's not going to be the official roster for the cup.
The one that surprised you the most is Noea. Is he injured?
I think he was just. Because aside from him, Pifok and Vasquez were also left off too. So there's quite a few that are definitely surprises that were left off. No Zach Steffen.
I think Steffen is our best goalie.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you say Robinson? Robinson was called up, right?
Robinson? No.
Anthony Robinson?
Yeah, no Anthony Robinson.
Maybe you want to switch it up. I mean, maybe they want to try. They want to try some different rosters.
It's very possible to
different lines.
Yeah, it just running some different sets for the friendlies to see what can potentially work. I feel is probably what the call is there. But it's just.
I mean, no Aronson, or you said Aronson.
Aronson's on there, yeah. Aronson, okay, Ariola, Ferreira, Jordan Morris, Ricardo Pepi, Christian Pulisic, Gio Reyna, Josh Sargent.
No Zardes? What?
Yeah, no Zardes.
That's because he stinks. Come on.
I mean, Yedlin's there though.
I don't. Well, that's just for depth. We just don't have depth in the left back, really.
Yeah, we truly don't.
So that doesn't
convince
really
Wagner to get dual citizenship.
Tough chance of that happening.
Yeah, fat chance of Germany's like, yeah, we let him play.
I think the biggest surprise. I love the fact that Gio Reyna it's going to play. Weston McKinney, Aronson. Those are our glue men right in the middle. Serginho, of course. Love it. I'm really surprised that Timothy Weah is not gonna get called up, just because with this particular team you have to make sure that you get some kind of like togetherness before we go to the World Cup. And if he doesn't get called up for the World Cup, I'll be very surprised because I love Timothy Weah.
Yeah, Tim Weah. I feel like he'll definitely get the call up for that. One of the ones that I'm not surprised, outside of like Pulisic and like those kinds of guys, is Walker Zimmerman. He's been a solid back for them so far, and
he's not the best, but
he's not the best, but he's perfect for the developing youth, and he has a ton of experience, not only from playing for the national team, but also all of his experiences in MLS, being able to he's the captain of Nashville. So, I mean, I can understand why they would want him there to help give that leadership.
He's pretty solid. Don't get me wrong. He's pretty solid back there. But I think what he brings outside of skill is more important than his actual skill.
It's the intangibles that really matter with Walker Zimmerman, which is why I felt like he was a very good ad.
Yeah, especially a back line like that, because that back line doesn't have Glesnes and Elliott.
Yeah, it doesn't have some of the anchors that we're used to here, for sure.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited for the World Cup, man. I really do think So we're really young. That's the U.S. national team is super young, dude.
Oh yeah,
But they're
very
getting
much so.
a lot of
A lot
experience.
of
This is why.
attention.
Listen, I love Chelsea,
Hmm.
and we've talked about this before. But I love Chelsea. They're not doing Christian Pulisic any favors.
No, definitely not.
This kid is 23 years old. He's supposed to be the face of U.S. soccer, right? Which
Yeah,
I think skill wise, Weston McKinney or even Gio Reyna are better. But he's the face because he's a little bit older. He's been around for a little while longer, whatever. So him not playing at 23, it's not good. It's going to
not at all.
stunt his development, and he's not going to get to a place where we need him to play. We need him to play. Like
Yeah,
I was praying that they got him on loan somewhere else. Like praying, it just didn't happen.
yeah, and it's a real shame because he's an incredible talent, and like you said, it's just stunting his potential growth because of the fact that he is
It
considered.
sucks.
He's considered so highly, like in terms of U.S. soccer development.
Like soccer between the ages of 22 and 26, that's where you find your game.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're not playing, how are you gonna find your game if you can't play?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what we were saying
We
about Matt Turner. Was he's not going to
Yeah,
see a
he
lot of
needs.
playing time over there, and he really needs
Yeah,
it.
that's why he stinks. But I would love him to. I would love to have seen him go to like a mid. Maybe he'll go in the next transfer window. But I wanted him to go to like a um mid of the table team over there in England because he'll for sure get playing time there.
Yeah, without a
Um,
doubt.
I don't know if it's gonna happen because Chelsea does like money, and I mean, how many jerseys that man sells, especially here. So they don't want to. I don't think they want to get rid of that.
Yeah, definitely don't. Yeah. Aside from them, like the midfield looks solid. You know,
Oh yeah,
Acosta, McKinney,
as long as
and
there's no
having
injuries.
yeah, and then having Musa,
Musa,
Adams,
I like Musa.
Delatorre, and
I love
Tillman.
Musa too.
Yeah, Musa's such a good ad. He was such a good add into that midfield because he's really good talent, and to play along
Yeah,
guys like McKinney and Acosta is going to be very good for him.
and even Aronson, dude. Aronson has taken a leap, but he plays. This is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like he plays, like he's
yeah.
taking a leap, and it's awesome to see. This kid, was playing for the Union 2 years ago.
Hmm. He was part of that team that lifted the supporter shield.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome
Yeah,
to see.
yeah. It's
He
insane
has a lot
how
of potential.
times change very quickly.
I know, I know. But I mean, it's something that he worked for. It's something that he worked his ass off for,
He really
and
did.
you could see it in his game. Like he's almost like. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's the best talent I've ever seen in my life. He's not, but he's almost like a. He's more talented than this, but like a TJ McConnell, like he's just a pest to have
Yeah,
around. Like he'll
yeah,
be in your face. His first MLS goal will show you how much of a pest he is, right?
yeah.
Or his first
First goal for Leeds.
EPL goal,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That first one
It
for
will show
Leeds.
you how
Yeah,
much of a pest he is.
that is
But
the
that's what he
MLS
is.
grit showing.
Yeah, he's in your face. He's like he's part of the ball. He wants to follow the ball. He's there all the time, and he's
Yeah,
fast enough to do it. He's quick enough to get there.
yeah,
So if
definitely
that's
is.
his game, man, kid, go for it. Because
Yeah,
all we need is to have somebody to complement that part of your game and put the goal in the back of the net. Now,
exactly.
I don't know if Pepe is going to take that leap. I really truly believe that our time in the United States of America is World Cup 2026. That's going to be our time because they're going to be way mature. Now, the development between now and then is I can't even stress how
It's
important it is.
so vital, so vital.
Dude, like it's so important. They have to take a lead. They have to make it better. But we have so much potential to be a good team.
Oh yeah,
We
the
just
the,
we
poten-
have
the
we
yeah
have
the
to.
sky's the limit with the talent that we already have, and even for me more in terms of the forwards, I feel like the true development of Gio Reyna is going to be very vital to go alongside Pulisic getting better, Aronson, even like you said, even with Ricardo Pepi too. Like all four of those guys are right around 20 between 20 and 23, and they're in that
Mhm.
vital time of being able to really build. And those are the guys that like even like McKinney and those guys in the midfield and on the defense. Like this is the time where like you really need to get a lot of work, because
Yeah,
if you don't develop the way you're expecting, you'll just fall to the wayside. And these guys have very high potential. Aronson, I feel like, was more of a surprise for the U.S. because of how quickly he developed,
yeah.
which is
Well, he's
never a
not
bad thing.
done. He has some ways to go,
Oh
but
yeah,
he's
oh yeah,
definitely good. Um,
yeah.
where do you think we finish um, in terms of positioning in the World Cup this year?
I don't even know, honestly.
See, I have them going through. Like I'm looking
Yeah, at least
at the groups.
at least into the elimination round for sure.
I have them going past the group stage, man. Unless something crazy happens, we can beat Iran.
Oh yeah,
We can beat Wales for sure,
yeah, yeah. It would.
and
I
then
feel
we
like it
just
would
have
be us
England.
and yeah. We would just have to be able to survive England, and
Yeah.
and it's the top two from every group goes, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now
So
we would have to play. We would have to play um like the Netherlands or something, or
yeah,
even
more than
Ecuador. Because
likely.
Ecuador's been playing really really well. I just don't know if Ecuador's going to actually play in the World Cup because of all.
Yeah.
Did you hear? Did you hear about the whole thing that happened?
Mm-mm.
They had a player that faked his birth certificate, so he's not really Ecuadorian. And Chile found out. So the
What?
Chile Federation went to FIFA and said, "This dude is is fake." So FIFA then said,
Oh my
"Well, then
god.
every game that he's played in doesn't count." So they were going to let them play and then fine them or suspend them in the next World Cup. But now they're saying that they might kick him out, and depending on who was next in the table, they might go through.
Oh
And in
shit.
this case, it would be either Chile or it would be Peru,
Yeah.
which I would do backflips.
I guess if because they would probably either have them play in or potentially just go off of whatever their goal differential was, probably.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know how they're
Which
gonna do it, but
think
it was a
I
whole
actually
big
I think
thing
that
going there.
does wouldn't that give Peru the edge by like a goal?
It would. We're up in the standings. I don't know if they're gonna give them points because he didn't
Yeah,
play against Peru. He played against Chile.
oh yeah.
So I don't know if they're actually gonna do that. But I mean, who
Oh
knows?
shit.
Crazier things have happened. Um, when I read that, I was flabbergasted. I
Yeah,
was the
right?
first thing I did was started reading because I was like, oh my god, there's a chance that Peru's gonna make it to the World Cup. The player's name is Byron Castillo. He's that's exactly what happened. Like so far he said he was born in Ecuador. He
Right.
wasn't.
Jeez.
And you're lying to an organization like FIFA. That's not good.
And he skipped the hearing that he was asked to attend by
That,
FIFA.
that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all.
As of 3 hours ago, he skipped the hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. But then Chile
Oh,
and
dude,
Peru just added on to be part of the hearing, but he didn't want to listen. I'm
dude.
telling you, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know if Ecuador is going to make it, and it's super important because I think we play their number one, which in this case would be either Ecuador or the Netherlands,
Yeah,
which they're always tough. Can you imagine going
yeah.
against Van Dijk? Come on, man.
Oof. But dude, fun little segue here. Byron Castillo better have a good lawyer.
Public defender.
because dude, it's time to pay the bills, man. Hit up my boy David Archeri Esquire. If you
There
got
it
any
is.
workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, or criminal law cases, give my man a call, 610-565-0300, or visit
What a great segue.
cherryinjurylaw.com. I felt like it made sense, you know?
What a great segue. My goodness.
And then I know it's not for a little bit, but I feel like I want to bring this up. Any of you Eagles fans out there, October 2nd, starting at 11 a.m. at the South House on 2535 South 13th Street in Center City. Edge of Philly Sports and the Painted Lines are going to be doing pregame and postgame live on location at the South House. Stop on down, hang out, meet some of the guys, have a good time. I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely getting down to that one.
Man, that's in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's like what 2 weeks from now?
2, 3 weeks. 2, 3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You're right. It's the first weekend in October. And then speaking of Edge of Philly, here's the entire schedule for the week. There's a lot going on, but there's stuff going on every single day. We got pregame and we got postgame for every single Phillies game throughout every week. You're seeing us tonight. A bunch of awesome stuff happening. You know, Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, Sixers. We cover it all. But as you're seeing right now, the Union. We even cover lacrosse on the weekends. So if there's anything that interests you, definitely think about checking it out. That was a really fun segue. That
was awesome.
We started talking about that, and I was like, the perfect timing.
I'm so proud of you, man. So proud of you. That was great.
Dude, I'm proud of me. You know who else I'm about to be proud of? Atlanta. Because they're about to get smacked again.
Now we are away, so instead of 6 goals, maybe we'll score like 4.
That's literally what I was thinking.
You know what's funny? We've gotten to a point where we're scoring so much that the people at the game. This literally happened when we were against Orlando. They weren't happy with 5-1. But literally, the whole section was like, "We won 6. We won 6."
Yeah.
The whole section. I'm like, dude,
literally
like 5-0.
Like just Twitter was like, I'm so disappointed in this team. 5-1 is not enough.
I guess it's a good problem to have, right? With your team, when your fans are disappointed because you couldn't score 6.
Yeah, when you're winning by 4, they're like, come on, dude, do 5.
Yeah, like what the hell is that?
It's the best thing to have happen. It's just you're just like, hey, man, look, we're already beating the bricks off of these teams. We don't want to actually murder people.
Yes, I do. You stomp on that throat. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Yes, I do. Margin of 5 or get the hell out of here. Margin of 5 or sell.
Listen, everything's in our hands. Our destiny is right in our hands. We dictate what's going to happen to the Philadelphia Union for the next couple of weeks. It's nobody else's but our hands. So as long as we can keep doing what we're doing, we can go ahead and bring that bad boy home.
Yeah, we are officially in the driver's seat now, and it's just going to be at this point. Don't let up on the gas. Just don't do it. Screw it.
Foot, throat,
all day, every day. It's dude. This is the best run that we have ever had. Literally, historically for team records, we have been shattering.
Dude, we break a record every week.
Literally every week.
Every single week we break a record.
Literally for what, the last month, we've broken multiple records in the last month.
We have, I think, we tied. Is he tied or is he passed the most goals in the Union? No, he beat it. Gastag beat the most goals in the Union.
That was
we
2
have
weeks
the
ago.
MLS record. We have the MLS record for most 6-0.
All 4 of them done this year.
Dude,
what?
It's been nuts.
Team record for most points in a season. Team record for goals in a season by a player. MLS record for most assists by a defender in a season.
Yep.
MLS record for most consecutive games with a goal for Ua with 5. That was
we had
was that a
we had
league
the
record or
clean
was
sheet.
that?
We had a clean sheet record also, right?
No, I think we only have 13. Yeah, 13
Only?
because well,
See, that's enough.
he's had more than that in a season. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think he had a season with either 15 or 17. I want to believe somewhere up there, like closer to the 20 range, definitely.
That's crazy when you think about it,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Like we're gonna end up with a 2-time goaltender of the year.
Yeah,
Like
he has 13. He has 13 clean sheets.
yeah,
That's crazy. He's
yeah,
so
dude.
good though, man.
It just from top to bottom, this team has been just destroying every expectation. Even though the expectations were already very high for this team, they found a way to just push past even that this year and just absolutely just dominate this league. Like even
I
with
love it.
because you also have to remember we have the record for most consecutive draws in a year in league history, and it's
That's
also this
nuts.
same to hear
Season.
that and then say it's the exact same season, bro. Like
That's
that's the
crazy.
craziest part about this whole year. Like this team literally had 9 draws in a row to set a league record, and now are setting scoring records in like game stretches, like largest margin of victory in consecutive in like multiple games. Like it's just insane.
Do you think Carranza's happy that he came over? I think so.
Oh
Right?
yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, my dude. He's literally like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. Inter Miami,
Everybody's
who
just Yeah, everybody just catching stride. Like really, even Ua, like he's catching his stride. Gazek's been like that the whole season. Carranza found his way, but even Bedoya, the little that he does, he's doing it well.
hey, what matters is he's maintaining leadership on this team and helping keep them in the right direction. And
Yeah, for sure,
that's honestly that's more vital than what he brings on the actual pitch at this point.
for sure, for sure.
Like he's a guy who I guess you could technically say he understands the culture of like high soccer competition. So like he wants to see the team push to that level, and he's been doing an amazing job of it. Like every single speech that he has given throughout this season has been pretty much the same level of intensity and the same direction. Just just literally don't stop. Just get on them. Don't stop getting on them. Just put the foot on the throat as quick as you can, full 90 minutes. Just wreck. And
Absolutely.
they've been doing exactly that. And that's exactly what you want to have happen from just the one thing that your leader keeps saying, and to have it follow up with actual action is the best part about it.
Yeah, and I think Curtin's still doing a great job. He's doing such a good job. He may not be here too long,
Probably not.
which kind of sucks. But I think it's heading in that direction.
Yeah, it definitely is. And you also have to think, like, aside from what is happening here with the team, just the players that he's coached who have gone abroad to be able to do other things is also a part of that.
Hmm.
But yeah, we got about 20 minutes left. Let's talking. What do you see happening with this match? Like overall, what are your 3 keys to the Union walking away with the 3 points again?
Attack, take care of the ball because we know our back is going to take care of us. So that right there, that'll win you the game. Attack, take care of the ball. Don't miss opportunities. That's just what it is. Because Atlanta's going to make mistakes. They have been making mistakes all season. So as
Well,
long as we capitalize on,
yeah, and a fun mistake that they made is apparently Joseph Martinez was suspended by the team. I had read. Let me actually bring it back up. I had saw it and I went away from
for
it.
what?
I'm actually about to bring it back up. Boop, 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 boop. Scroll down, scroll down. Where'd it go? It was literally right
That's
here.
news to me.
It was literally here, and I don't see it anymore. Hang on. It was last week. He was suspended for 1 game for conduct detrimental to the team. Bringing up
What
the
do you
press
do?
release now. They do not
I mean,
specify.
it would be Martinez to do something like that, but
Yeah.
what
Oh,
the hell did he do?
So because of it, he did not participate in team activity for the week and was not available for selection on Saturday against Toronto. He rejoined the team 3 days ago.
Wow.
Um. Oh,
What
Argentina
can
called
he
up.
do?
I don't know. I really don't see anything about it at all anywhere. If ESPN may have anything more than what Atlanta themselves released, they
I
may
mean,
have a
I
source
feel I feel like
somewhere.
we'll be okay. I feel like we'll be okay without him for a game, just because we can put Flack and then put McGlynn in there to kind of control the middle anyway. So I'm okay. Like, it's gonna be okay. It's not like it's gonna hurt. Just if the game starts getting a little chippy, that's when Martinez is an asset.
Yeah.
So we just gotta control our temper and
Well, no, it
basically just
wasn't. Yeah, it
control
was.
the field.
Okay, so one source with knowledge of the situation confirmed a report from The Athletic that the suspension came after an altercation between Martinez and Atlanta manager Gonzalo Pineda that took place following their
Oh.
2-1 loss to Portland. The confrontation came after Martinez flipped a catering table, but the source added that the suspension was the result of a series of events in which it was felt that Martinez had showed a quote unquote lack of respect for coaches and teammates, and that the team had multiple conversations with him about his behavior.
I mean, you would.
So,
I hate this. I hate to say this, but I mean,
yeah, very
I'm
interesting.
I'm not I'm not surprised.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
He very quickly became the star of that team, and they haven't really done much with his capability since that one breakout year. And they've only won 8 of their 29 games a season, so it could just be one of those things where a player with serious talent is getting frustrated and it's starting to come to a head, and there's a very strong possibility that he could end up being moved either in the transfer window elsewhere abroad or even potentially somewhere else within the league. I think he still has, what is it, a year left on his contract plus an option
Hmm.
year. So it's very possible they just let
Which
him play out his
is it?
contract.
Is it an option for
They
team or
don't.
him?
They did not. It does not specify there. It just said
Okay,
there's an
because I
option
was
year
gonna
there.
say
I would
if I
assume it's
was him,
probably an op. Yeah, I would assume it's a mutual option. I would think because I feel like that would make the most sense.
I would. I mean, if I was
But I
him,
don't really know
like,
for
he's not
sure. I
going
don't know what the
anywhere.
workings
I
are.
would.
Yeah,
I would stay here. If I'm him, like, what better position are you in? He's not gonna get called up by other clubs. He's perfect
yeah,
where he
definitely
is.
not.
I wouldn't move.
Yeah, and I think I remember seeing something that said that uh Thiago Alamada is getting called up to Argentina for their friendlies this month. So he
Oh,
will not be part of Atlanta's roster, I believe, for this match. I will look into it, but as far as aside from those couple things, uh, Atlanta's just one of those. I don't know. They've been really weird. They've been a very up and down team for the past few years. Uh,
well, they were really good a couple of years ago, and then they just completely took a dive,
yeah,
which is odd because did they lose a whole bunch of players? I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
I mean, they still have Martinez. Where did Martinez go?
Martinez is still there.
Yeah,
He had,
and he
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 was yeah he
completely
was
took a dive.
yeah he's who I was talking about who had gotten suspended by the team.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't surprise me, but that he took a dive like crazy.
Yeah, he really did. That's what I was saying. Like when he first broke into the league, like he was on a tear, and ever since then, it's just been very minimal returns on the investment that they made in
Well,
Martinez.
have you heard his name at all?
Nope.
This whole season, I haven't. Even last season, I didn't. It was. I've never seen such a drop because he was leading the league in goals at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah, he has 8 goals and 4 assists this year. Yeah,
Mm.
I think it was 2017. He
Yeah,
led the league. Was that 2017 or was that
maybe
2018?
maybe it was a couple years after. It was right before. I think it was right before COVID because we weren't as good as we are now. So I think it might have been 2019 or so.
Yeah, 20. Actually, 18 and 19.
18 and 19.
Uh,
Yeah, I
actually,
that's what I'm
even
saying.
starting in
Like,
17 because he had 19 and 17, 31 and 18, 27 and 19. He was almost.
yeah,
He was basically within inches of being a goal per game scorer, essentially.
he's like he had like a Carson Wentz effect where he went like up here and then
Yep.
went.
He immediately hit his ceiling and then fell right back down.
Man, but he hit the ceiling and hit it hard because he fell right down.
Yeah, because I mean, even in
Different.
2021, he had decent numbers. He had 18 starts in 24 games and had 12 goals. So I mean,
No, that's not bad.
yeah, but I mean, when you look back at like if you look at this the numbers for him in 18 he started 34 of 34, had 31 goals, but was called offsides 35 times, basically once per game with a little extra. So like,
Well,
and
see,
then
that's
and then the following year started 29 of 29, 27 goals, 24 offsides. So like he tends to keep pace of being called off on runs with his goal scoring.
that's a killer because one of the two things happened. One, he just lost feel for spacing, which is very odd, or the opposing team just knows how to play him now,
Yeah,
and then he
and
can't figure out
I
how to
feel like
play a different way.
I feel like it's more the second than the first.
Yeah, and he just can't figure out how to play another way because that's the only way he was taught how to play. Which,
Exactly.
unfortunately, in a game like this, you can't just come with, with
With
one
one
trick
full
up your
attack.
sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
need
really
you
not.
need a couple.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like you know, that's where Philadelphia sort of has an advantage because they have all these different ways of being able to break a team down and be able to score, is because of the fact that you have, Gazdag with the control capability that he has with the ball, and then Ua and Carranza being able to work really well off of it, and actually technically all three of them can work really well off the ball and with the ball. So I mean, it's kind of easy to be able to like have that kind of pick your poison kind of mentality with how we are able to really work a team's back line.
Carranza, without the ball, he's good because he's good in positioning. But once if he gets the ball and he has his back turned, like you lost that ball, like
Yeah,
it's just gone. He
yeah,
won't. We can't do anything with it. So he's gonna have to if he wants to develop his game. That's definitely an area of opportunity that he can take a look at because he gets all flustered because he doesn't know who's behind him, and then he gives the ball up right away. There's so many opportunities where we can just do like a 1-2 pass and then get it right through to either Ua or Gazdag, who's always there,
yeah. Of which
which
you actually even you
McGlynn
see.
loves to do.
Yeah, and you see that with Gostaganoa is they're really good with those quick touch passes to just get somebody else on a run really quick, and that's how they scored a few of their goals this year. Is like Gostag will get a
Mhm.
ball from like McGlynn or Martinez, and he'll do a quick touch like behind, like basically nutmegging the defender who's right behind him, who he has his back to, because he saw out of the corner of his eye coming the other way that Ua was starting to make that run, so he just plays it right through to him. And I feel like that's another thing that we've tried to do a lot more recently that I like that we're seeing is we're doing a lot more dummy plays when Bedoya is out there. He's basically using his run as a fake and letting the ball just pass right through him to someone else to be able to pick up on a move, which has been really fun to see because a lot of teams will start to pinch on a guy that's running. And that's how we find a lot of our open spaces on having guys that are able to make these decent runs to be able to pull defenders off for just that small little bit of extra space to be able to make a better play.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's all about development. I mean, these guys are still, on the younger side. I think that most of them already hit, their ceiling, like Ua or Gazdad. But it's good because we can just take that and play it like we have been playing it, which is to their strengths, and it's been working, man. Because we don't have the best names out there. We don't,
Yeah,
and
we
yet
really
we're
don't.
still number one.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying? Like that's
yeah,
that's good coaching. That's playing to your strengths. It's really nice to see.
it really is. So we're just about to wrap up here. Gus, did you want to give me your predictions really fast before we get out of here for this match? What's your final score?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a bad game. Um, I think we're only gonna score four nothing.
It's gonna be the worst match in Union history. We're gonna win 4-0.
I love
I,
that. I love that. That's an actual thing, though.
yeah, it's my favorite thing that Union Twitter has become. Is just oh man, it's gonna be a bad one, man. We're
Oh,
gonna
by the
beat them
way,
by 4. It's gonna be tough to see.
whoever handles the Philadelphia Union Twitter needs a medal or something. Because my
Absolute
goodness,
treasure, dude. Love that. Love
oh
love
my goodness,
whoever's doing that work over there.
yeah, for sure.
No doubt. But yeah,
Yeah, but I think a four nothing win.
yeah, I feel like it'll be 4-1. They'll at least get one on us again. They did it last time, and we wound up just beating the bricks off them. We were like, okay, that's enough from you. You got the squeak squeak. Now here comes everything. Yeah, this has been a good one. We're gonna cut loose just a little bit early. But before we get going, I just want to remind you guys, if you have any workers' compensation. Oh, I left the banner up. Workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury law, or criminal law. Make sure you get in contact with our buddy David Archerry Esquire at 610-565-0300, or check him out online at cherryinjurylaw.com. And again, October 2nd,
but
starting at
not
11
but not
a.m.
if you fake your birth certificate. Don't do
And
that.
then October 2nd, starting at 11 a.m., down at the South House on 2535 South 13th Street in Philadelphia. EOP and the Painted Lines are going to be doing pregame and postgame for the Eagles Jaguars game. Make sure you get down there, check out what we got going on down there, say hi to some of the guys, and get yourself some good brews while you're down there. Why not? I personally am a bit of a beer guy myself, so being able to check out a bunch of fun places is always a good time. And then
Oh,
what?
love me a good IPA, man. Love
Oh
me
yeah,
a good
can't
IPA.
can't beat it. I played wiffle ball drinking Imperials, dude. I'm a real man.
I saw that. You're right. You did.
Dude,
I was there.
oh, it's why I went 2 for 4. Yeah, and then if you're looking for fun content for any of the sports here in Philadelphia, we have you covered every single day of the week. There is something new. Make sure you're checking us out. Follow us on every single possible platform: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you name it, we're there. Instagram, right? Yeah, Insta. That's what it's called. I forget. But yeah, this has been a very, very good episode, and I thank you all for watching and all the fun stuff, dropping the likes, the comments, and we will see y'all next week. Go
Yes,
Union.
sir.